Hey guys, so in the middle of reading my American Accent Guide, I had a random thought. I'm sure most of you have these where you're in the middle of something and all of a sudden your mind starts to squirrel away and then you think of something that's not exactly related to what you're studying. I get those a lot, and so I imagine the rest of you do too, or maybe I'm special, I don't know, too special maybe, but the a thought I had was on the role of evaluating students in education. And the thought I had was I was thinking back of when I was in college. And I had this history class with a professor. It was a history of the way that society viewed unborn children. But the content isn't important. What's important is the way the professor evaluated how you knew the information. And I was thinking back on him, and I had a buddy in that class. And that buddy of mine would only ever study the PowerPoints from the class. So he would never bother reading the books that the professor said we needed for the class. He'd simply look at the PowerPoints and take the tests. And he would make A's on every single test. And so, by contrast, I would read the book because I was foolish enough to think that the professor meant it when he said that the books were important. And so I would read the books and I would glean the information. And I was always curious about why that was. Why is it that this professor claims that we're supposed to know this, but in reality, you only have to look at the PowerPoints. And today it dawned on me that the reason perhaps behind that is because he's pretending, like the rest of us do, a lot of the time. So whenever someone comes up to you and they're asking for an answer, and they need an answer right now, the choice is to go one of two ways. Either you pretend, or you tell them that you don't know, you be honest about it, or you pretend that you know. Now, the more professional you become, the more you have to pretend, because it's your job, it's your namesake, right? And so I figure what happened in this class is this professor gave a class on a subject that maybe he wasn't familiar with, or maybe he just thought he knew, but in reality didn't know, or he knew about, but had to get some textbooks related to it. And so then what he did is he gave a class and put these textbooks because he had to, and then said they were important because he had to, but in reality actually meant nothing. And so just a random thought I had in the middle of reading my American Accent Guide. Has nothing to do with American accents, but there you go. So what do you guys think? Did you notice this with your professors as well? Did anybody else have problems with their college education? Maybe not in relation to this. Let me know. Leave a comment, and I'll be happy to see what you guys think.